Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today, giving you week 4 of season 3 of the NPL League. Today we are facing the Green Bay Palkias. I already had this battle and my actual team preview is not here, but I do want to explain what I picked against his team and why I picked it, and then we will get into the battle. So, going in here, I haven't used Latios yet, and I'm not sure if he's really followed my team, but I thought that Latios does hit a lot of his team pretty hard. He does have a Keldeo as well. I'm going to go to his page, where yes, he indeed has, Zapdos, Whimsicott. There's a couple things that can take maybe a hit, but nothing really wants a Draco other than Whimsicott, and I do have Trick on my Specs Latios here that has dual stab and I believe Ice Beam, yes, to hit Whimsicott just in case. Then I have B Sharp because I thought with rocks and it just with priority, it seems like it's able to do a lot to his team. His team is definitely much more stall based than your average NPL team, I'd say. So I definitely like the idea of that for B Sharp, where it can just hit really hard and then get up rocks as necessary, which will be great. As seen by his team preview here, it's not as imminent to get rocks up, but with 2 flyers, it can definitely be important. Now, also on my team that I chose Manaphy because Manaphy is just a good mon to use. Only in rare instances do I think am I going to not use it. I made it slightly bulky. I added some speed EVs so I'd be able to outspeed Zapdos. But yeah, it just has Energy Ball, Scald, Ice Beam, and Tail Glow. So it's bulky enough and should be able to handle all of this team as well, so I definitely will value that. Then I have Mega Medicham, and that's super cool, and I have dual priority plus high jump kick plus Ice Punch anticipating Whimsicott and Zapdos, and well, any flyer really. And so yeah, that was good on my part, as you can see. And then I have P2, which is specially defensive, as I didn't want a ton of things weak to fighting, and like, if he did have, I'm trying to think, did he have a Focus Blast Mon at all? I don't think so. Nonetheless, I thought that P2 would possibly be slightly better with specially defensive. Maybe mixed would have been better at the end, but nonetheless, I'm still liking it. And then Thundurus, I made bulky. I gave it leftovers, but I also gave it nearly max HP. I do not have T-Wave on it, as I have a bunch of coverage moves plus Nasty Plot. So I have Grass Knot for Quagsire, T-Bolt because T-Bolt, and then Focus Blast because of Snorlax, and even Hydreigon. So that was my mindset going in. Facing this team, I wasn't expecting a lot of these mons, but nonetheless, I think I was doing okay. I think Mega Medi should be able to handle a lot of his team, which is cool. Yeah, it should do quite well besides like things that are going to be faster, such as maybe Whimsicott. I mean, there's a lot of mons on his team that are going to be faster, so that's the thing. As for the rest of his team, if Latios can get a free switch in, Draco's going to kill everything, or I could just cripple that Whimsicott with his Specs, or I could give it Ice Beam. And then B Sharp will be cool for mind games because of like priority. Will I Pursuit? Who knows? Am I going to Iron Head? I don't know. Or I could just get up rocks, and he doesn't know if I have rocks yet. Like I said, Manaphy is going to be a very important asset to the team. P2 is my only really defensive member, and then Tornadus I did make defensive as well, in a sense, just in case I'm able to take a hit. But nonetheless, let us get into this battle. Yes, music is off, so no blaring. So we start off with my Latios, as he brings in Darmanitan. I am max speed. I am timid. So here's where I'm going to be able to scout whether he is Scarf or not. Indeed he is, as he goes for the U-turn, he's able to take me down to a pretty low percentage, and I go for Trick right off the bat. Get the Specs onto this Registeel, which is cool, as that severely cripples one of his main walls. So here I'm free switching to Mega Medi. So he goes to the T-Wave, that's okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. I know he's going to Zapdos, so I'm going to press Ice Punch. For some reason, it didn't Mega Evolve. Now, I was on a different computer. In fact, I'm not trying to make excuses here, but I was at work and I was trying to rush this team because I wanted to make sure to make sure that I could battle him on time and whatnot. So, that doesn't really have to do much with this play, but maybe it explains why my team structure and perhaps even my plays were not the most ideal. Nonetheless, I really wish that Ice Punch ended up, doing a lot more than it would have. Wouldn't necessarily have killed, I don't think, but it would have done enough where I could safely press high jump kick from here. Nonetheless, I'm going to be able to Mega Evolve now, and plus, the rule is for NPL that I have to Mega Evolve first turn, but that obviously didn't happen, but he said it was fine, so, you know, didn't exactly work out for me, and, you know, he was fine with it, so, you know, I don't exactly get too much trouble. Unfortunately here I get paralyzed, so unfortunately the Ice Punch is not going to come out and be able to take him out, which definitely would have killed him, as it would have done 80%. As I bring in my Thunderous here, as I want to get a Nasty Plot off, as he decides to roost, and this is great because now I am free to go for a Nasty Plot again. I don't know why I went for Nasty Plot again. I'm really wondering that, because he easily could have been Whimsicott. And I think I was questioning, because even after that play happened, I was like, why am I at +4? Why didn't he take damage? Nonetheless, I'm able to get to +6 and be the most threatening thing ever. Obviously, just to give Mind Games to the Darmanitan, so I get a free switch into Manaphy, because he's clearly going to Flare Blitz or Rock Slide, because I'm obviously a very huge threat. Nonetheless, I'm in here with Manaphy, and I'm able to go for the Ice Beam right off the bat, not kill off this Whimsicott, which kind of sucks. And then he goes for the Giga Drain and, you know, does a ton. And this was pretty bad. Like, I don't know, not a lot of them carry Giga Drain, so I was kind of expecting Moonblast. But nonetheless, it wasn't the best play to stay in. I didn't have a Tail Glow Up. Manaphy was easily my most important mon. I should have run P2 or B Sharp. Probably P2 though, and I could have taken a hit quite easily, and then been free to try attack, I believe. Nonetheless, he's going to stay in here with his Whimsicott, as here I'm going to go for my rocks. That'll be pretty nice, as here I in fact go for the Iron Head just to get off some damage. I guess I was somewhat anticipating his Whimsicott to stay in. I should have went for the knockoff, I guess, in the end. I don't really know what this is. Sorry about that, the roommate came in if you couldn't hear that again. Quite the struggle sometimes of recording here. Anyway, we kind of stopped at turn 17, and I just wanted to go from there. As like I was saying, I didn't really know what Keldeo the set was for it, but yeah, I feel I'm pretty free to bring in my Thunderous here, as I don't think he's going to go for a Hydro here or a Sclad, as you know, I do have that P2 that would eat it up in that case. So nonetheless, I'm going to have this in here. He doesn't know my speed, so maybe he doesn't know why I took it so well. I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt, and then I'm going to switch out because I don't want to take a Moonblast. But yeah, basically I was able to get off damage, and you know, although it seems like Whimsicott seems to be specs, I just I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to take an Encore there if I did decide to Nasty Plot. Maybe I can finally finish this recording. Part 3 of our frickin' analysis of this battle. Turn 21 here. So we got P2 in, you know, I'm +1. I'm just walling this Whimsicott pretty decently. He goes for the Moonblast, that's cool. Unfortunately I get the special attack drop, but yeah, I'm able to go for the Tri-Attack and take him out. The special attack drop obviously doesn't matter because his Keldeo can go for the Secret Sword. So yeah, that's easily his best bet, obviously. I needed to keep Thunderous around, and that was kind of a priority. But here, he's pretty much free to just kind of press Hydro Pump, although I have Latios Stout Speed, so, you know, we're doing okay. The next series of plays might be a little bit interesting, we'll see. But here, I'm free to just go for a Thunderbolt. Maybe I could have Nasty Plotted in the end, but really didn't matter because I don't have T-Wave on this thing, which, unfortunate. Definitely could have replaced Focus Blast or Grass Knot for that, but you know, I didn't know what he was going to bring. So yeah, he's just free to Flare Blitz here, and it's kind of just mind games with this B Sharp. So and we are now at part 4, turn 26. I swear if I don't get this done now, I'm going to scream. Okay, so we face Aerodactyl here. He's obviously not Mega Evolved. He decided to switch out. I feel that was somewhat of risky business on his part. Like, it was not necessary, because if I predicted that and went for Iron Head here, I couldn't necessarily have won because he still has Keldeo, but I don't feel like the risk was worth it. Nonetheless, he gets in for free, and I go for the Sucker Punch. Obviously it fails. Here I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch as he decides to go for the Crunch. Definitely not exactly sure as to why, but here I was expecting he might want to go for a Roof, so I decided to go for the Iron Head. Doesn't exactly work out for me, but I do get off damage that almost seem crucial, because if this Sucker Punch killed, I'm max stack Adamant, but I'm Lumberry. If I was freaking Black Glasses, oh my gosh, I might have had a chance to win. Nonetheless, I wanted the Lumberry in the case of like Quagsire burning me with Scald, or something of that sort. Nonetheless, he's able to go for Secret Sword and take me out. So Latios comes in and I get another kill, cool. But he has Mega Aerodactyl still alive, although it would die to rocks. But then he has, of course, Scarfed Armanitan, and that is going to be able to kill me with the U-turn. And so that is going to give the Green Bay Palkias, as his name is here, the 2-0 victory. So, not the greatest planning on my part, for sure. I mean, this is my first loss of the season, so I think I'm still doing fine. I have a great team. I'm not the worst player in the world, and so we can just go up from here. No big deal. So, hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, sub, until later. Peace.